Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So stupid. Well, with all that said, we're going to go ahead and spin ourselves some new regions. So we need 4 new regions the next week, and just a reminder, we cannot get Mauritania because we've already had it 2 weeks in a row. So let's go ahead and spin ourselves some regions. Alright, I can work with those. They're not exactly the greatest, but there are a few things, and they've always got some good positive things in there. I'm not going to spoil too much for the next episode, but we're going to wrap it up here and move on to another episode of Regional Rumble. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regional Rumble. The first thing I'm going to say is the reason that there are bones and bronze bolts underneath me is because I was trying to reposition myself at the camera and I accidentally punched the man and won him. And that means I technically got XP off timer, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. It was a minor amount of XP. He only has 7 HP, so I'm not going to take it too seriously. But anyway, we are in Karamja right now, but I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Asgarnia because despite not having any bosses or anything to kill, well, I guess technically Cerberus, but like from future now, Asgardia has a lot of things that are really good for other things. For example, we can access the POH basically anytime because we always have access to an estate agent, and the POH portal is right there. We have Chaos Druids, we have Snape Grass, like we have a lot of useful things, and a magic shop as well. So we're going to be using a lot of those assets for what we want to do this week. And that one thing is getting a Rex kill. Now, people have been talking about getting Rex kill for a while. Haven't really had the greatest setup for it, but this week, because we have Asgarni, we have a magic shop, we can get ourselves a staff from one of the wizards, and we also have a Void Mage, so we can work with that as well. Plus, the fact it's super easy to get prayer potions, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. And the fact we have Karamja as well means we have great food. We can get ourselves Karam ones here, so that is going to sort us out brilliantly. Anyway, I'm going to get the timer started, because the first thing I actually want to do while we're in Karamja is go and make ourselves some bronze knives. Now, this might sound a bit weird. I'm just going to equip these for inventory space. It might sound a bit weird, but I want to be training ranged in this episode while we're at least collecting herbs and stuff from Chaos Druids. So I'm going to get bronze knives so we can just range them. We'll get ourselves some more range XP. I want to try and get this to 70 because then when we finally get carols from barrows, we'll be able to use it. Not to mention, it's just going to be good to get range levels up anyway. It'll also benefit us when we eventually go for another Fight Caves attempt, which I'm not going to be doing this week because you guys saw how terrible that went last time. And I really don't want to be wasting 3 hours or 4 hours of my life on something that's just not worth that much time. Yeah, it's a boss kill, but in reality, the boss kill is just going to be the carryover of the Fire Cape anyway, and I really just don't think the time investment is worth it. So I'm going to go ahead, make myself maybe like 3,000 knives. I don't know, I'll have to see how I go and how long it takes, and we'll head over to Chaos Druids and start collecting ourselves up some herbs. Mostly prayer potions is what we're going to be making. Alright, so this might have taken me an hour to make, but we have ourselves just over 3.1 thousand bronze knives. This will do for probably the entirety of this episode. Anything I need to kill to get stuff from, mostly just Chaos Druids, to be honest. We should be able to do with range now. I am going to head over to Asgarnia. I'm actually going to walk just because I want to save the minigame teleport in case I need it later. And we are going to move our house to Rimington. We're going to get ourselves the full Void set and then head up to Chaos Druids. We'll collect ourselves up the supplies, like I said before, and we'll work on getting ourselves some potions sorted. As for doing Daganoth Rex, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it at the beginning of this episode or the end of it. I will entirely decide that on how the drops go, because I want to stream it, and I'm going to be doing some other stuff this week as well, so I might not have time to stream it at the beginning. Other than that, I'll probably train range for a bit. Like I said, I want to get 70, so we might do that in the meantime. If we're going to do a Rex trip, we only really need the one kill, so I'm not going to be spending a long time there. If we have to leave, then I'm probably not going to reattempt it, because I'll understand that Spine Lips do too much damage. I'm kind of hoping with the higher defense we have now, we'll be able to take them a little bit better, but the only way to find that out is to go and test it for ourselves. So that's what we're going to do. So I've been killing Chaos Druids for a little while now. I've been collecting up Mithril Bolts, and it has just occurred to me that while we are down in the DK's lair, we might actually be able to get a prime kill as well. If we tip these with emeralds, and we make emerald bolts, we can enchant them, make emerald bolts E, and that will allow us to poison prime, which may give us a very good chance of ticking off 2 bosses in 1 episode. Sneaking in a little range level, that's going to be 67 range, probably the only level we get this episode, but still, we take it. Right, so I've got myself a ton of supplies. We've also got 88 mithril bolts, and I think that is going to just about do it if we finish off this kill right here. I'm just going to punch him because I ran out of knives. I am now going to go ahead and tip off these mithril bolts. I'm going to head over to the gem rocks in Karamdra, and that should be a very easy way to get some emeralds, so let's head over there. Before we head over to Karamdra, I have decided to go ahead and get myself some unicorn horns so that we can make a couple of super anti-poisons. I think I'm going to make a 4-dose, so I need a second unicorn horn as well. We'll be making this, and then I'll head over to Karamdra, we'll get ourselves some emeralds, and we'll make those bolts. Anti-poisons are done. I am actually going to head over to Ice Warriors right now, so I can get myself some cosmic runes, so that once we do have the bolts, we will be able to enchant them. Alright. I gave up with Ice Warriors. They were doing way too much damage to me, and the drop rate was awful. So, we came to Pura, and I got the Cosmic Runes from the Essence Implings, which was a lot quicker. Got ourselves the 10 Cosmic Runes, it is time to mine ourselves some emeralds. That's going to be 8 emeralds, which should be enough for the bolt tips. It gives 12 per gem, so we're hoping that's, 96 bolt tips. That should be enough for the 88 bolts that we have. And let's go ahead and get ourselves a chisel, and we'll be able to make all of these into bolt tips. That's all of the bolts made. It is now time to enchant them. Go ahead, and there we go. We're making ourselves some emerald bolts. We're going to have 88 of these to take on Prime, and of course we're going to have a bunch of money to buy runes for Rex. So I'm pretty confident in the Rex kill. Kind of doubting the Prime kill, but I'm willing to give it a try. Grabbing ourselves a quick staff from the Dark Mages just west of Falador to auto-cast on Rex. Finishing off the final touches for our Mithril Crossbow. Going to go ahead and spin the Sinew, and then we'll be able to make that Mithril Crossbow to go alongside our Emerald Bolts E to take down Prime. We are going to try and take on Prime and Rex. The plan is to tag Prime, get the poison, kill Rex while playing Mage, and then hopefully finish off the kill on Prime. If that doesn't work, I'm going to try and restock just on food, because I think that is the only thing that I'm going to need to restock on, which is super easy because I can just grab it from Karamdra. Won't take long. And then we'll come back and hopefully Prime will still be injured, and we should be able to finish the kill. If not, maybe we just try a fresh world. But this is going to be a bit of an ambitious attempt, because I don't think I'm going to kill both in one go, but give it a try. I'm going to switch that. We'll keep that as that. Alright, let's get going. Alright, well, the runner's done. Now it's just a matter of actually getting into position. I don't know how well this is going to go. Oh, you said Prima, you didn't tell me Rex was at the bleeding door. I need to get the poison off. Oh my god, these Spinos are going to destroy me. I've got the poison off. Okay. Right, he's poisoned, but my god, I'm going to get destroyed here. Can I even set this? Yes, okay. I was hoping it wouldn't get interrupted. Right, this is a weird strat. Don't at me. Just bear with. I know what I'm doing. Sort of. I have like a sort of plan. He should get stuck. He did not get stuck! He is not getting stuck. This plan is not going to plan. I need to get him stuck on this side. Now we just need him to die. He's poisoned. So he's slowly dying. This is the game plan here. We put that on. So hopefully tank. I've only got 2 food. But we should at least get the Rex kill. That's the kill. What are you kidding me? That's the kill. There we go. Rex kill done. Okay, well, I'll take the drops. Not really worth it. I need to be able to get into a position where I can hit Prime, but without Supreme getting on me. Oh, that should be it. That should be it. That's it. The Prime kill. We don't even have to pick up the drop. Not worth it. We are out of here. 2 boss kills in 1 trip. The funny thing is, if I could have killed Supreme as well, which was not going to happen, I could have actually completed a hard task in the area, but obviously, like I said, that was not going to happen. You can see how much I had left in terms of supplies, but I'm very impressed we managed to do that in 1 trip. I was kind of expecting to have to restock. But yeah, there we go. We got the Prime kill. We got ourselves the Rex kill. That is 2 boss kills done. And we're going to add 2 carryover slots, and that is absolutely huge. Because once we finish off this as well, we'll have 3 slots to play around with, which I'm probably going to be using for quest items. Because one item that I really, really want to unlock is the Ava's Attractor, Accumulator, or whatever, and complete Animal Magnetism. So we're going to be focusing on that quest as best as we can in the upcoming episodes, because getting the Avas is going to be so nice for training ranged. Honestly, it's so annoying having to drop my ammunition everywhere. Right, I kind of been running around for a bit because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do next. But what we are going to do, actually I should probably keep this on me for now, is I'm gonna kill some Lizardman Shaman, but we need to get some supplies. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just store the Mage Helm. We're not gonna be needing that anymore. And then I'm gonna go and sell the runes because we're not gonna be using magic anymore. And following that, we're gonna head over to the Druids again. We're gonna collect ourselves some herbs, get ourselves some prayer potions, some irrits, so we got super anti-poisons. And we'll just kill a bunch of Shaman. Now, I don't necessarily expect to get the Dragon Warhammer. Obviously, I did get really lucky on my other series. Spoilers if you haven't seen that, but I got that pretty early. So I'm not really expecting to get that lucky again. But if it does happen, we have 2 carryovers, so we could always keep it. And we'll be working towards a hard task in the region anyway. So I don't see any harm in trying. We're going to just restore our prayer here for now. And like I said, we'll sell off our gear. We'll get ourselves... I'm going to get myself a U-short bow and a bunch of steel arrows because it's the easiest to restock on. And we'll be using that to take care of them. Right, slight change of plans. Still going to be doing the Shaman, but I'm going to get myself the Void Melee Helm. And for the Chaos Druids, where I need the supplies to make potions, I'm going to be meleeing them with the Void Melee Helm. Just because I really don't want to run around picking up arrows that I've just gone ahead and bought. So that's what we're going to do for them. I'm going to hold on to the crossbow and the bolts for now. Probably will end up dropping them because I don't really see much use in them. But we are going to have to go ahead and make ourselves a used short bow. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually head up to the Fremnik area, which there are a few flax plants on the southwest near where the lighthouse is. I'll be able to pick them and we can come back over here and spin them into bowstring with our house teleport, and then there's spinning wheels in Falador anyway. So we'll be able to make ourselves a U short bow, and that combined with the steel arrows should be reasonable enough to kill some Lizardman Shaman and just see what we can get from them. We can remain hopeful. If nothing else, we might be able to make ourselves some money because they have some decent alkaballs, and I'm sure I can get some nature runes during my Chaos Druid grind. Right, all set up for Shamans. I don't expect this to go incredibly well, but we've got ourselves plenty of prayer potions. I've got some more here if I need to make them. There's a 2-dose here because otherwise I'd have dropped a 1-dose, and that would have kind of annoyed me. So we've got some more here if we need to restock. I could also teleport out to house if I need to. The super anti-poisons will last us for an hour and a half, which is basically all the time we've got left anyway. So I'm not going to worry about getting extra of them. We are going to hope that we get lucky. Even if we don't get the Dragon Warhammer, maybe get some alkaballs. I've got 12 nature runes that we can use to alk, so that'll be nice. And, well, we'll just see how this goes. Good luck us. Finally found an empty area. Took ages. We're going to be ready to go. I don't have any range potions or anything, unfortunately. We'll slap it on rapid, and let's get killing, I suppose. Hopefully I don't take too much damage from being an idiot. Can happen, but we'll see. Alright, we have run out of supplies, as you can see. Run out of prayer potions. I kind of hope these prayer potions will last a bit longer, but I guess I am using Eagle Eye, but I don't regret it. I think these kills would take way too long without Eagle Eye, and they would have been tedious. So let's get ourselves the last kill, because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to kill another one with the prayer I have left. What do we get from the final one? Dragon Warhammer? It's an Alk. I'll take it. Alright, we are going to go to the POH. So we have left the Kebos Lowlands now. We got some fire runes, so we could Alk all of our stuff. We had the nature runes from Chaos Druids earlier. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the POH. We're going to switch our Shazian armor for Void. And I'm going to spend most of the rest of the episode training ranged. Because we've got 2,000 steel arrows left. They're going to get ditched anyway. I might as well make good use of them. And I also want to make myself a mithril crossbow before we end. Because we have 2 carryovers this week. And currently I don't really have anything to use them on. Now what I was thinking is maybe, just maybe, we could carry over a mithril crossbow and some emerald bolts. And with that, possibly, I don't know, cheese something in the next area. I really have no idea what I'm planning with this, but honestly, I don't have anything else that I'm really looking at carrying over too much. So I don't think it's that waste of a slot, and if in the next episode we get some new cool items we want to keep, we can always get rid of the mithril crossbow and the bolts then. So I'm not entirely bothered by wasting or using these carryover slots, because like I said, I don't really have anything else to fill it with. But now though, I'm going to go ahead and sell these death runes, and I'll grab myself the mithril crossbow, and I'll probably just spend the rest of the episode, I think I'll just kill chaos druids, I gotta be honest. I don't need anything from them, but they're just an easy target to kill. Just a quick clarification on how you get a mithril crossbow with this region. We are currently in the, I don't really know what you call it. The dungeon, the under White Wolf Mountain dungeon, just here. This is the Asgarnia region, so we went inside here, and we can go to this shop right here. And this guy will sell me maple stock, mithril limbs. It doesn't sell anything higher than that, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'll be able to get an adamant one. I don't have a hammer on me. That's kind of annoying, because if you didn't know, we need a hammer to do this. So I think there's a general store nearby. I'll go finish this up. I've got the crossbow string here, and then we'll go back to Chaos Druids. But there we go. That's going to be our mithril crossbow, which we will be carrying over the end of the episode, along with the emerald bolts. Onwards to the next episode with them. All right. Well, thank you, Trank, for this, because you can actually get the stuff for an adamant crossbow in Keldagrim. And I have Fremelic this week, so I had Keldagrim this entire time. Also, I probably shouldn't admit this because I look stupid. This guy sells emeralds. So I probably should have just come here instead of mining gem rocks for what I think was about half an hour. This would have saved so much time, and now I feel really stupid. I'm going to collect up a couple of emeralds and maybe try and get some cosmic runes so that if we get some mithril bolts from Chaos Druids before the end, we'll be able to add a little bit of bolts to our stack, which would be really nice. I still need to go get another hammer to make the adamant crossbow because, well, I made the mithril one and then dropped the hammer and then realized, well, was informed that I could have done this. So, yeah, kind of a waste a bit of time, but we're not in too much of a rush. There's not much else I want to do this episode, so it could be worse. I gotta be honest, I feel really stupid for not realizing how much is in Keldagrim. We're gonna get the bolt pouch as well, which is only gonna count as 1 inventory space. So if we put our bolts inside here, that is still 1 slot, so that when we carry over, we can actually have another 3 types of bolts in here, which means I can make a chunk of mithril bolts, put them in here, and then obviously enchant them in the next region. I'm probably gonna make emerald tipped mithril bolts and then carry them over. I might just make a chunk of them now and not worry about the cosmic runes until next episode, because if I have Puro, cosmic runes are super easy to get. The only problem I'm going to have is feathers. I mean, it's not a big deal. I can go get them, but like I can't get them in Keldagrim that I know of. So I'll have to head back down to Port Sarim. So basically what I'm saying is forget the Chaos Druids. I'm just going to make a chunk of mithril bolts and we're going to carry them over, because Emerald Bolts E are going to be super useful in the upcoming episodes. Like, I can use this for a lot of cheeky stuff. Alright, we've got ourselves 7 minutes left. I've just made the adamant crossbow. We got rid of the mithril one because I'm stupid. Didn't realize I could make an adamant one. But there we go. I need to store my void in the house. I've just realized I completely and utterly forgot. I nearly lost my void because of this. Alright, we're going to go store the void in the house. Wrap it up for the episode. I'm probably just going to go slap some hobgoblins about so I don't have to worry too much. Let's take this off. We'll lose the arrows. No biggie. Not going to be using them anyway. And store these. Right, so we've got ourselves the bolt pouch. Inside the bolt pouch we have mithril grapple, because we made it, why not? Some regular mithril bolts, emerald bolts, and then emerald bolts E. As we go forward, I'm going to be enchanting the emerald bolts, and we'll be tipping the mithril bolts wherever we can. So then we'll just be adding to our stack of emerald bolts. If we can make them in any future regions, I will be making them. We're going to create a stack of these and hopefully work towards getting a rune crossbow in the future at some point. Having a rune crossbow of emerald bolts would be really nice as a range method. Now, that is going to mean it takes up 2 inventory spaces, but honestly, it is so worth it. So, I think I've sorted out everything I need to. I'm just going to out this use short bow because I'm not going to use that anymore. And I'm just going to train with melee. I could have done ranged, but I mean, I've out the bow now. Whoops. But it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time up. Gotta run out of combat, because otherwise this is gonna get really annoying, and we can end off this episode. He is still following me. Dude, seriously. Wow, he is really gunning for it. Are you still going? Nope. Okay, we're good. That's the end of another episode of Regional Rumble. Right, so at the end of this episode, we are going to be carrying over the top 10 items from our inventory, and that is because we got 2 more boss kills this week with the Daganoth Prime and Daganoth Rex. So we got an extra 2 slots. That's put us up to 10 now. We're carrying over the 10 items at the top of the inventory. There's the Cash Stack, the Bark Rule Card, the Marks of Grace, the Bolt Pouch, the Adamant Crossbow, Helm of Nature's Knot, Dragon Longsword, Red Dragonite Body, Dragon Defender, and the Rune Boots. Moving on from this week, we're going to spin ourselves 4 new regions for another week of Regional Rumble. So, let's go ahead and see what we can get. Alright, regions have been rolled. This is pretty hype. I can't really complain with these. We have been blessed by the gods. It's time to move on to another week of fresh 4 new regions with a lot of potential. Let's move on to another episode of Regional Rumble.